so today I want to talk to you about the mindset that you need to be successful if you're trying to grow a virtual assistant agency. Now, this type of business model is not a business model that requires you to do the client work, because you're going to have your VA team handle all of that on a weekly basis. With the VA agency model, the client will direct your VA, right? Your job is to place the VA. Your job is also to get more clients. You're going to be doing the sales. And then your other job is to mentor the VA. So you have to change your mindset, because it's not like you're a freelancer. And you also have to be able to create the right systems, which I'm going to talk about in this video. So the reason why you have to change your thinking is because you want to think about, you're building an asset, right? Your business is an asset that will produce income for you year after year after year, far out into the future. So you have to have a long-term thinking mindset. So just like you have a retirement account, or you're doing stock investments, you're investing in mutual funds, or maybe you are investing in real estate, right? You're going to get your money back, but it's going to take some time. But once the money starts coming, it's consistent, right? You're building the assets, you're building the foundation so that this business is paying you, paying your family, and you don't have to constantly be there. It's almost like let's say you buy a car wash, okay? You're not gonna be the one washing all the cars. You're going to hire people, you're gonna set up the systems, like the machine that the cars go through, right? So a lot of car washes right now are automated businesses. And so you just need someone to sit at the front to, guide people through the little line and take their credit card. And honestly, I've been to car washes where I just put my payment information and nobody's there, and it's all machine driven. And maybe there's like one person that's inside, right, making sure that my wheels line up. But what I'm trying to say is that this is a business model that is system based. So a virtual assistant agency, it has the same concept. You're going to create the systems, the workflow. So once a client pays, then once you have your client onboarding systems, you have your VA team who's going to handle that for you as well. You're said and done. Your job is to market, right? Think about it. I'm going to go back to the car wash business analogy, right? If you own a car wash, your job as CEO is to just oversee the finances, manage the team, be a leader for them, and also make sure that you get people in the door. So you're going to be in charge of branding, marketing, promotions. Maybe there's coupons, maybe there's special promotions every, certain times of the year. And so with the VA agency, your job is to go and find additional clients so that you can put them through the engine that you set up, through your systems. So you'll be doing sales, you'll be doing marketing, you'll be branding your agency, you'll be putting content out so that you get people into your funnel, which this is actually something I teach in my program, Launch Your Online Agency, just FYI. And this is where you're building not just a system for client delivery in the agency, but you can also build a lead generation system. So you put content out, and if you have the right systems in place, people will opt into your lead magnets or opt into your funnel, and then you can automatically sell them on autopilot. And I've been actually doing this for several years in my business, where I put out a lot of content and then people come through and then I make offers to them, right? So for example, I've built a personal brand. Now, when I started my agency many, many years ago, I didn't do that. I was just going and trying to chase clients, I was going to networking events. I was going on these like freelancer platforms to try to see if I can bid on projects, which is great. And you should absolutely do all these things. That's how you can get clients in the beginning. But over time, you want to build a brand as well. So you have like this flywheel of content. You can create videos, you can use Instagram, you can use LinkedIn, you can use email marketing, but people will find you if you build a brand, and so you can automate your sales process completely. And the other thing you have to remember, with this business model, the client is going to pay the virtual assistant, and then you're going to pay the VA, and what's left is the profit margins, and that's how you make money. You pay yourself from the profit margins. And this frees up your time to do other things. With the VA model, you want to have multiple clients, right? So you can actually get a lot of clients. You can keep scaling this as large as you want it to be. It's totally up to you. Or you can decide you're going to have more of a boutique agency where you have a few premium clients, but you give your clients exceptional results and exceptional service, kind of like a concierge. So you could position your agency as like the Louis Vuitton of VA agencies and you just charge way more, but people are going to your agency because you do a lot of hand holding, maybe you do consulting, they get extra calls with you or someone on your team to help them with creating the systems in their business. And just hint, hint, a lot of businesses will pay more money for those types of services. So you can decide how you want to set it up. Or you can decide your VA agency is just going to focus on lower, affordable prices, but that requires you to have more volume. So you're going to have a lot more clients, which is totally fine. And if that's something you want to do, that's an option. So once you have a reliable system for recruiting and onboarding VAs, placing them inside of clients' businesses, handling payroll, vacations, client communication, or issue resolution, this is going to allow you to work fewer hours as the revenue grows. You could even take yourself out of some of the sales or some of the client communications. You can hire an HR manager, or you can find someone that is on your team, like a really good VA who's done exceptionally well, who's really, really good, reliable, who's very skilled, and you can promote that person to be like an operations manager. Over time, the beautiful thing about this business model is that it can run without you, but it's going to take time. And in the beginning, you want to be involved so that you can set the culture of your VA staffing company and you can make sure the systems are running smoothly. All right, so if you want a training on how to build this type of business for you and your family so that you can have an asset that's producing income year after year, go ahead and register for my upcoming workshop where I explain this whole process step by step. There's a link to sign up in the description of this video. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'll see you later.